So welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to a wibbly wobbly pontoon.
Wobbliest pontoon I've ever been on in my life.
So finally, we had to get the encyclopedia out driving down, didn't we? We weren't quite sure what that was up in the sky. But the sun's finally out. Believe me, the last couple of months have been brutal, haven't they?
It's been horrible. The last week in particular, trips cancelled.
Aye.
Trying to make the most of the days and it's just not quite going to plan. It's been a bit frustrating.
The Taupe trip we had booked months in advance got cancelled last minute. Sorry for us moaning about it, but
we should be used to it.
Aye.
We should.
Bradley went on your marks. They were saying they've had 40 days cancelled.
And that's their income.
That's their income. You've got to feel for them. Hopefully it changes now for them, but that was a bit of a blow. And even getting out on the bay with the S.I.B. There was no protection at all from anywhere.
It's not worth it. See if it's too risky, just don't risk it.
So what did we do? We went out foraging for some mushrooms, didn't we?
That worked out alright, didn't it?
That worked out. The mushrooms were certainly happy with the weather. Yeah, we got an absolute bumper haul of all sorts.
Everything.
Now we know a lot you've done into the mushrooms, so I won't bore you too much with it, but that was some haul of mushrooms, wasn't it?
Hours, we were out for a good 6 hours in those woods.
Aye, there was a couple of near-death experiences with there and all. At one point I think we were getting back to the motor. Hills were like that. You're like, I'll be alright. But they're getting higher. And you've got a clip of me when maybe throw up.
Aye, it's quite funny.
He was trying to hide behind the tree and film me with the machine, but I clocked him. And then we went on to the char, didn't we? We tried for an hour, even that was a disaster.
We got one.
Well, you got a char.
I got one, but
it's usually one of them locations where it's trout, and then maybe come across a char, but even the trout weren't playing ball. Couple of rare eels.
Couple of tiny trout, couple of eels, aye.
Couple of eels. First eel was rubber. And then maybe... I've rammed it up my nose, done it. It's absolutely barking.
I attempted a species hunt.
Even then the wind and periodically the rain would come bucketing down, so it just made filming of it. And
I think the amount of fresh water in the estuary made a difference as well.
Definitely.
There's a lot of species that we'd expect to catch there that just
weren't
there. No cod, no pollock, no collies, no ballan wrasse.
We did rake up.
Still got
6 or 7?
Seven, I think, 7 species.
We'll throw some clips up as we're talking.
What did we get?
So we got a...
Gold cinny.
Well, one fish we couldn't mention. It's maybe worthwhile mentioning this because it was a bit of a specimen, wasn't it?
Oh, the rock cook.
Rock cook was about that size.
Cracking big rock cook.
Biggest rock cook I've ever seen.
And gold,
PB rock cook.
gold tinnies,
Aye, plenty of them wee shites.
corkling wrasse, hundreds of them.
Corklings, nice of them, nice fish.
One dragonette, which is
Two
always
dragonettes,
nice.
I got one.
Did you get one? That's what you did. 2 dragonettes.
So that covers the last couple of days where we hope to have a couple of nice shark videos and taupe and bull husk, but instead you've got
char and gold tinnies instead.
jar and gold cinnies instead. So today's a bit of much the same but different, isn't it?
Aye.
We're not out on the S.I.B, but we are out on a boat. And the gentleman's boat that we're out on is Jamie from Predator Zone. Now in terms of boats, you've yet to be out on it.
I've not seen it yet.
I've been out on it a couple of times. Probably one of the most tech orientated boats I think I've ever seen.
It definitely looks the part.
Life scope and all that. And the one thing that I'm keen on getting for our boat, and you will fall in love with it by the end of the day, is the min quota. You literally push a button and it anchors your boat using GPS and technology, and your boat doesn't move. It's just that. It's for the lazy angler. It's just push a button and your boat stays. I can't wait for you to see it. It's brilliant. It's something
I look forward to seeing it. I'm not massively into the tech side of fishing, but
the life scope's good.
It's impressive to see, I think.
It's good, but see after half an hour, you feel
playing
like
a
you're
video
playing a video game. I end up with a sore and I end up stopping watching it. So, nah, that's good in the sense of looking for fish, finding fish, but... So Jamie's not here yet, so we're just trying to kill a bit of time.
His
Hence why that
timekeeping isn't the greatest.
isn't the greatest. And see by the end of this video, you'll be wondering where Ken is. Ken's no ways, but by the end of this bloody video you'll think he is. And the reason for that is Jamie's for the east coast of Scotland. And for those that don't know the east coast of Scotland, I've got a wee word they like to use quite often.
It's not annoying in the slightest.
And it's Ken. What does it Ken actually means?
You know.
You know?
So you finish every sentence with Ken, just to make sure that you understand what he's talking about.
Right, Ken.
I think. Apologies to anyone from the east coast of Scotland.
We're all taking the mickey. Aye, so Ken's no actually ways, so thought I'd get that in there. But it's looking like it's going to be a scorcher.
It looks lovely,
For the
but it
first
was,
time.
what was it, 7 degrees this morning? And it was proper autumnal. Proper winter sunrise this morning. End of August, but summer's on its way out. It's not even begun and it's on its way out, so...
So like that, that's fairly up to date with the old England 360 going on in the last couple of weeks. So let's just hope September, October's a good month and we got a good session today.
Start today with a big perch, a couple of big perch, and it'll be
It would be nice.
back on track.
So, well, obviously the last perch video, the goal of 3-pounders were met. Jamie and his good lady have both had 3-pounders from here. So, throw the usual pictures up. So what's the goal now?
PB. 3.5, I'd like a 3.5. I'd like a 4, obviously, but I'll take a 3.5 first. Not greedy.
And you like to kind of work your way
Work
up?
my
don't
way
you?
up. If you get a 5-pounder, where do you go after that?
We'll talk to
Holland.
5-pounder. Holland's in a couple of weeks. See if they'll please. Do you know, I'm not religious in any way, but if there is such a thing as the weather gods, please be kind. So 3.5 to 4 pounds the next one.
Aye. A big 3.
We know Ross is at a 4.
Right, can we get off this pontoon? I'm starting to feel seasick.
Shitting himself. So I'll go inside, press stop, right?
Well, we've been complaining about the weather for the last 3 days. Now we're complaining it's too sunny. It's too bright. It's too warm. Been fishing for about, what, 45 minutes maybe? A couple of little rattly bites, but nothing to get excited about. I get one dunt, I get one proper dunt, but nothing to show for it. It might be difficult, it might be tough today. But then saying that, we said that the last time we were out, and it was a tough morning, but by the time 12 o'clock came, we had some really nice fish, so fingers crossed. It's just nice to get some sunshine, to be fair. I'm not complaining, honestly.
This is our setting spot. I'm actually starting to get a bit worried. I think this is the longest I've been on this water and no caught a perch, and it's approaching midday. We'll get Jamie introduced to you shortly. But this, as Alex says, could be really tough. Finally, it's a newcomer into a fish. Looks like a good June. You'll be wanting a net. No pressure, Jamie. Oh, oh.
Well, that's the third spot we've tried today, and first fish in the net for myself. There's plenty more fish here. The two other spots we had where fish were there but nothing was taken. Straight away we seen them on the live scope on the screen. Thought they were in Alex's direction, but my rod toppled over. Got a decent size one, I'd say about £2 maybe, Alex, yeah?
I'd give you 2 for that.
Aye. Hope it behaves.
Couple of 40s.
Right. Nice one. Hopefully more to come now. It's been hard going, but I suppose it's fishing.
We'll get you to show us this live scope
Right.
once you get him back. Let's hope there's more where that came from. So Jamie, tell us about his live scope carry on.
So you get live scope and then you get your standard fish finder, which you basically need this, but it mainly shows you the depths and features, side imaging on it. obviously it comes into the live scope, which I find helpful for perch fishing because it shows you the wee bits. You see the wee things moving around, and sometimes, majority of the time, the live scope will pick up stuff that your standard transducer on a fish finder can't. You get to see how the fish behave. You can drop it down near them. My best approach it is for perch fishing, as you can see, that's going for the bait now, isn't it? That's Alex actually.
Wait, that one.
Another bite. Oh, you.
Came off.
Oh, heavy, yeah.
That did feel heavy when I hit it.
Didn't say that.
Right, back to Jamie.
So as we were saying before we interrupted, the live scope, it's a good bit of kit. It is. It's great fun as well. It helps me with perch fishing because you can take your time and.
How does it work? What's the kit? There's another bit of kit here.
So it's attached to the live scope pole, which I have, which is electronic. You can get a manual one, and basically it points in the direction, the arrow on top of it. This pole isn't mandatory for. You can get a manual one where you scoop it about and have a look. That's just a little bit more of a fancier one that I managed to pick up. It's good fun. It's great. I use it for perch fishing, but I'm no expert. No one's any expert in it. It's a great bit of kit to have. It is worth investing into it if you have the funds to do so. But it does help you catch fish in general, it really does, and it does highlight a lot more things that you see in the water, I could say. But as I said, there's a learning curve. It's one of the things that will constantly keep learning, because this is in forward imaging, which, as I say, it shows up at 19 metres. It's going out this way, and it's going down to 7 metres in depth. Each little box is showing you a metre, so you know roughly this is a school. It could be perch or whatever, but you can see them slowly moving away, or that we haven't cut out. It's all good. So you see things like that you will never see on there. Just because you see them doesn't mean you will catch them. Alex has got a fish. Bait. Oh, they're getting smaller.
So what's your biggest perch, Jamie, since you're a newcomer?
But I've only just started perch fishing. Started doing it with Matt last year when the winter was getting a bit tough, so I was like, I'll change it up. Put the pike rods down, went out, and the first out, and I had a 3 pound 6 ounces, I think, 3 pound 7 ounces.
And one would presume you have a picture?
Yes, and
Yeah,
you can
throw that up.
Yep, you can pop that one up. Yeah, it was first time perch fishing for, so after that, completely addicted to it. Same water that we're on now, so this is the main water that we'd always come to for perch.
And I do believe you're one of the few guys in fishing that managed to get their missus out with them.
Aye, and never again. Never again.
Couldn't believe it that night you sent us that picture.
So,
first time perch fishing.
First time me and the missus thought would come up, spend a few days here, take her perch fishing. She's never fished in her life, ever. And we get out in the boat. I set her up with a wee drop shot, lob worm, easy task, so I don't end up with a hook in my head or anything like that, safe option. Get out there, and the first time she drops it down, right down the side of the boat, bang, straight away. And as soon as she hooked into it, I was like, I must have not set the drag on that rod properly, because it was screaming away, and I was like, oh, it must be the drag, until, nope, what comes popping up? 3 pounds 1 ounces in the matter of 5 seconds, and the worst part of it is, she will never live it down. And she still turns to me and says, see, it's easy. So she's never ever coming back. But she's came, and to be fair, she came back again. We've been out 3 times, and I think she's caught 2 fish over 3 pounds.
Unbelievable, wasn't it? Trying for years.
Aye.
Thumbs up in the first cast.
Big G was a wee bit raging about that one. Big man's up here trying to catch a 3-pounder for weeks on end, and she comes out and does it in 5 seconds.
Fish.
Yeah.
Yep. Buckled over there, I think it's probably dropped it.
That is a spot I never been to. It's like the last thing we've got to
Well, I'm not going to lie, the fishing has been tough. Alex is having a spot of lunch. We're moving spots. I think that's going to need to be the theme for this afternoon. Move more regular until we find them. Good thing is, this is a wee bit quicker than the S.I.B. Jamie must have heard me. I said the good thing is, this is a wee bit quicker than the S.I.B. Then you put the throttle down.
Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit. Jamie's done the usual, break out your lunch, sure to get a bite.
Standard there, camera shy. Put lunch in for this.
Back to lunch, is it?
Right.
Alex feeling the heat. Oh, you get a bite of another.
Snag. Oh no.
So just £1.5, thereabouts. But we've just pulled into this mark. There's a few fish down there. He's off. You can talk to him, I'm right next to you if you want.
Not that big, you're joking me. It's a hard fighter. They can change very quickly, but that's 4 or 5 fish
Yeah,
the
right.
same bit in the matter of 2 minutes. But a wee bigger ones in there. Well, I think. Right, calm down. Oh, that's perfect, man. Look at the colours on that. Sun shining on it perfectly. That one wasn't mucking about either. And away he goes. Let's get him right back down. Go again.
Jamie into another fish. I'm just here for the camera a little day, I think.
There's the big ones that come away. It's constant. All seems to be around about the same size coming this spot. Ah, it's got this bigger one. What, get up?
How are you getting yourself for that?
I say,
I think it was
hitting the 2 mark.
hitting the 2 mark, it is.
It's all
Absolutely.
around about the same size at this area, but let's hopefully there's got to be a bigger one down there because that's what 6 fish at the same area. Not one of them's been under a pound at all, so that magical 4 pounds hopefully going to pop up.
That happy with just a fish in it.
Right, bet 8 again. Right down here. He's going on the net, he's not getting let go until we're done.
Jamie again into a nice fish. We say nice fish for here, they're not exactly the bigger stamp of fish that we were looking for, but
It's been the average size of the day, yeah.
we dropped 2 bites. We'll let Jamie deal with that. We'll get a closer look.
Yeah, there you go.
But it just goes to show you, even with all the fancy gadgets, live scope and all that, still can't catch decent fish. So for anyone out there that says it's cheating, think again. We've threw lures, soft plastics, lobworms, even tried prawns. And we've caught fish, don't get me wrong, it's been catching fish is the goal, and that's the end of the day, but the target of another bigger perch, it's just not happened today. The water is extremely, extremely dirty. It's almost like chocolate. And I think that's our excuse anyway for the poor day. But you're out in a boat, you're out fishing with your mates, and it's no raining, which is something we've not been able to say for a few months. So hopefully once the levels return to normal, the clarity clears up somewhat. There we go. Jamie's wee rod makes even the smallest of perch look huge.
What a waste of bait.
But we've maybe got an hour, couple of hours left, I don't know. Jamie's the skipper for the day, it's up to him. But we're going to plod on for another wee while longer and see if we can salvage today with a nice perch. Well, this was a perch, but now we think it's a pike. It's definitely a pike, isn't it?
Is it a lure that you...
I put on a wee crankbait. Imagine this come up, that was a big huge perch. You see what that was there? Was that a pike, eh? Brilliant, innit?
It's great fun.
Never fails to get a pike here at this time.
It's great fun in the light here as well, eh?
Give us a predator zone forceps, please, sir.
Oh,
Hehe.
oh, that's like that.
grab my rod and I'll just grab the braid. I'll need to come into the boat, I'm afraid. There we go. Wee jack. Smash that old Rapala crankbait. They feel a lot bigger than a lighter gear. It's great fun. That's the way. Oh, it'd be a perch. That's a perch. This is a perch. This has to be a perch. Oh, it's not come off. Ah! That was a perch. That was it. You tart.
I believe.
Please. That's a pike, innit? Oh, I don't know.
I don't think that's a pike, like.
That's a perch.
That's not fair, no way that.
That's a pike.
Yeah, it's a pike.
Is it? Do you see it?
No, it sounds like it's a pike. Nah, I don't know, like.
I don't know.
Aye, that's a perch.
This is a perch. It might have just.
It's a perch. That's a perch. That's a fucking
That's a
perch.
perch, isn't it?
That is a perch. It's either that or a wee pike.
Chance of that.
It's a pike there.
No!
They're not like pike.
I've never been so. Oh shit.
That fought like, for the size of that in the rod, that fought like a piece of shit coming up there.
Oh, so wanted that to be a. That absolutely smashed that worm, man.
Don't get your hand in it.
Yeah, I just need to get myself organised here. Whoa! It's hooked right in the scissors as well. Never been so gutted to see a pike. Oh shit.
It's bigger than the other one, eh?
Hey, come on, don't make me look like an idiot. What did you use for that axe? Gonna fit us on. About £6 or £7. Get a wee 40 for us, Alex. The highlight of my day.
Pretty big for you, eh? Not too, sorry, possibly.
Get a wee shot of him going back now.
Head up.
There's a couple right there.
That was fun. Well, I was hoping your debut on Angling 360 was going to be a wee bit more successful, Jamie.
Plenty of fish, but nothing.
Plenty of fish, you're right, but nothing to write home about.
No, couldn't find the bigger ones at all.
Life scope, it's a game changer apparently. Tell you, somebody on Facebook said it's cheating.
Aye.
No work to that life for us, is it?
It's a lot of money for a bit of gadget, to be fair, but...
No, thanks for having us out in your boat, it's been good. It's been a good laugh.
Always is, mate. Always has been.
The only downside is if it's a 2.5 hour, 3 hour drive up the road.
Cheers for reminding me.
It's always made worse back in my days fishing, innit? The drive home when you've not really had the day you were hoping for.
No, aye.
But...
No, we must have had, what, 20, 30 fish? Maybe more?
Maybe more than that, but daft wee things, daft bream.
And pike.
And we got an that actually, that made my day. That was a bit of fun.
Catch
but
up.
Predator Zone,
Right.
the new venture. So we're off to a good start for you.
So far so good, aye.
We'll put a link to the website down on the comment section, or the description we call it. If you want to go and check out Jamie's website, Predator Zone. A lot of good stuff coming on there, a lot of good stuff I'm hearing coming soon.
It's mainly for fish care, took care of the now, eh?
Yeah.
And then we'll be looking into lures and rods. Obviously you've seen parts of the things that we've got there, eh?
Yeah.
But
I'm a big fan of I think a lot of folk are a big fan of the measuring mat.
it's very mobile. Do you know what I mean? It's ideal for moving, but even now, it's rolled up in the boat.
Aye.
And you just roll it back out and it's easy done. But
the bag, the waterproof bag, I use that for all my fishing now.
Especially when you want to take another dive in the water, you'll be alright.
Aye, we'll be alright. Thanks for reminding me of that. I'll fit into my hoodie soon enough. Maybe need to work on your size charts.
Aye, definitely.
Or I need to work on my waistline one or two. Right, well, As I say, check Jamie's website out, and I think our next trip's going to be, I don't know where we'll be next weekend, but our Holland trip's in a couple of weeks.
Aye, fingers crossed, mate.
What we
Fingers
push the
crossed.
target, £5 perch.
I'm saying 6.
6? I'll go 4 and above and a double figure zander.
Aye.
You'd a few zander the last time you were there,
Aye,
didn't you?
my PB's 84 centimetres I need to beat, which was
Throw a few pictures up.
a good size, aye.
He send us their pictures over.
Aye. That was a good day for.
Never had a zander before, so...
But
You can't catch them in Scotland, can you, no zander?
no, they're not here.
It's
There's
down
too
south.
warmer water down south. They're invasive down south for it.
That's right, that's where they are.
Don't know what the whole line go with them is, but I'm pretty sure we weren't allowed to return them to water before, eh?
Aye.
But now because of competitions and stuff like that, it's slightly changing, eh? But I didn't get my ins and outs of it. That was a spontaneous trip for it.
Aye.
In Amsterdam, I was like, you know what, go for it. I'll just do
Aye,
it.
why not? I've been down to do it, but
I highly recommend it to anybody. That's no what we're going different gravy, mate. We're going right into the big lakes, and
what's the name of the herring fleet it's called, innit? I've maybe said that wrong, but
aye.
aye.
I'm not going to embarrass myself by trying
Aye,
to
don't. Just like me do that. You've come across quite well today.
Aye.
And I said at the start of this video, you'll be wondering who Ken is at the end of the video. You've not said it once.
Aye.
Right, well, this guy's driving up the road, out the road.
Right.
And we'll,
Drowning our sorrows.
yes, just a couple.
Just 10.
Right, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Oh, that's the boat and the cart. Engine. Fishing gear. Hopefully I've not forgot anything. The bait. Decent haul of crabs. Alex done well with the ragworm again. The only thing left to get is hopefully some fresh mackerel when we're up here. We ain't using the bait or getting fresh mackerel in there. There's those that know this road, the A82, that's Loch. It's probably one of the most spectacular roads in the country to drive on. But I think personally, the best is yet to come. When we hit the Rannoch Moor, heading up into Glencoe. Absolutely spectacular. Driving through it. The amount of times we drive through this, and every time it looks different. It's just spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Absolutely love it.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we eventually got here. It's taken us 2 hours longer than expected. But it really was the only way we could do it with the tides falling the way that they could. There's a 6 hour difference in the tides from here to back home where we collect the bait. So it does work out well, but it sometimes means you don't get a long day's fishing. So we've got about 7 hours before it gets dark. But see, to be honest, it's 25 degrees. It is September, but it is 25 degrees. And any longer than 7 hours might become a little bit uncomfortable. So I'm quite happy with that. The target, wrasse, big wrasse. We're after balance, we're after big ballan wrasse. We're not bothering a little bit of seal. We're probably after the same thing he's after. We're not bothering with a grand slam attempt or anything like that. It's just big ballan wrasse is what we're after. We did have a plan B up our sleeves, but I don't think we're going to need it. If we were drifting too quick, we were going to go and tie up somewhere for some thornback rays and whatnot. But yeah, ballan wrasse all out today. And the bait that we collected earlier on, plenty, it didn't take as long, plenty of quality ragworm. The difficulty today is going to be trying to keep these guys cool. But the best bait you can get, you can't even buy this bait. And for ballan wrasse it's perfect. So we've got 2 tubs of those, and we've got a few crabs in there as well. So let's get them down and see if we can get some fish.
So I think for the first time this rod's getting used for what it's designed for. Daiwa HRF rod. We are Kuma spinning wheel. 20 pound braid. Pretty much my perch setup. 10 foot, 10 pound fluorocarbon. And as you can see, going straight in with a crab. 3 ounce lead. Got 2 ounce leads there if we need to go up. Let's get it down and see what happens.
Well, I'm into my second fish of the day. The first one was a small corkwing. This, typical. This is the one I really, usually struggle with. A lot of cuckoo. Not really going to see that in the sunlight there, but if we hold them in tight. Little female cuckoo. So I know I did say that it's not really about the wrasse Grand Slam. It might be. That's corkwing and cuckoo so far, no ballans. Well, so much for the plan A anyway. The plan was to fish just off the drop-offs, where we normally fish for wrasse from the shore. But the drift is just not, it's not what we expected it. We were expecting to drift nice and slowly, parallel with the bank, with the way the wind was forecast. It's not worked out that way. The wind's still the direction that the Met Office said it was. But at the minute we've got the wind and the tide together, and we're drifting at like 0.9 of a mile per hour, and it's just far too fast. So we're at a wee bit of a loss of what to do. So Gordon's come up with a plan. We're going to go up to this island, we're going to anchor on the island, and hopefully the wind will drift us off, but it's an issue. We've got an anchor. The issue is though, we can't anchor over this ground because it's too rough. You're guaranteed that the anchor will get stuck and you'll lose the anchor. There's no way of getting it back. So we're not going to risk that. But I'm not sure about this plan, but we'll give it a go. With a couple of drifts over deeper water there, we picked up a couple of mackerels. We've got mackerel bait there. But it's a short day, we don't have long, and I've got a funny feeling we're going to spend most of it faffing around. So this one's not quite going to plan. Well, that didn't work. So we've got a choice to make. Do we continue faffing around here, try to take it adrift right and try and get some wrasse, I would just abandon that idea completely, tie up to something that doesn't move, and try for anything. Thornback ray, I'll take a dogfish right now as well. We only had 7 hours at the beginning. We're well into that now. We don't have much time left. I think it's the best idea, so we're going to tie up to these cages. Fishing in pretty deep water, I'm going to get my boat rod out and get my big rod out and get my big bait on. Just see what happens then. So this is no longer a wrasse video. This is a anything we can bloody get video. At least it's sunny.
We'll end up getting a wrasse over here, you see.
No wrasse over here.
We'll put a wee scratching rig together, dropped it down there, and looks like we've got a customer straight away. Needing some. It's been a grim start to the session. We abandoned, as Alex says, we abandoned the wrasse. We just couldn't get the right drift. Too dodgy to anchor. Well, we could anchor, we would inevitably lose the anchor. So we've parked up next to these monstrosities. Look, we've got a slack line, haven't we? It's difficult, isn't it? Guarantee you, if we move back over for the wrasse, boom. Wind and tide and all that, but that's still rattling away. Poor cod. Whiting. Whiting are good eating, aren't they? I couldn't catch a calder now, I've not caught nothing. I've got baited mackerel feathers down just in case that might be on. And that's a thorny hook, took that bottom one. So it's been 2 years, I think, to the very day, since we decided we were going to put YouTube videos together. That's still bouncing away, look. Looking back on this year, I mean, Alex had an absolute screaming at a run there.
That was interesting. I think that might be a ray sitting on top of that. Or not. Or not.
Now look, I'll be me wrapping that rope now.
Ah, that's what I was looking. The tide's pushing us round. That's what's going on. That's why it moved. The tide's finally picked up and it's swinging us round. So aye, go on, get your rod sorted, I think.
Aye, right, back in a minute. Aye, so 2 years of doing this. It's been a slow build up, but we've been getting there. The last 2 bites amounted to nothing. Oh. That tide moving us again. Aye, so looking back over the year, noticed it was a tough start to the year. The pike fishing didn't really get off to anything to kind of shout about. But what did change was the fortunes on the barbel. That barbel trip, when we do have that coming up in a couple of weeks' time, my goal for that trip will be a chub. I really want a nice big specimen chub. Ever since my younger years of watching John Wilson fishing for chub in the winter, it's just always been something I've wanted to do. Just catch that big chub. But Alex had chub, bream, barbel that whole trip. Not in vast numbers, but a few nice upper was a bite, that was a thud. I say upper, I nearly said upper doubles here, but fish towards like 7, 8, 9 pound. And I was sitting in a cream puff for 2 days because I generally couldn't see my fortunes changing because nothing happened for me. But that last day, just constantly kept feeding the line and just kept at it and just stuck to my guns, and then to be rewarded with 2 £13 plus barbel within an hour of each other was definitely a highlight of the year. Alex thought he had a £6 job, but we worked out the scales were a bit out. Then obviously the sea trout fishing, but again, it's not took off the way that last year was. The vast amount of numbers that we had. I mean, one trip or one session, I think we had 22 or something like that, 22 sea trout, and then that fish about £6 or £7. I think I just broke into double figures the other night. I went out in the sea trout, and I think that was my 10th fish of the season. That's not through lack of skill or anything like that, or no luck. It's just been unable to get out as much as we did last year. Did get a nice fish around about the £4 or £5 mark. Again, that was a highlight. But what I'm struggling to think of time gone past this year is Alex's highlights. Tench, I think the Tench trip, without consulting him on this, I think it would be your highlighter.
Yeah, that was smooth hound.
I was going to get to that, thanks. So Alex spoiled it there. So the tench that he had that day, I mean, I was fishing literally yards from him and couldn't buy a bite. Ended up pinching a tench off his rod. Luckily for him it wasn't a big one. But as you heard them say there was a bit of a debate on whether hardback crabs. Alex was never really sure on them. Always kind of favoured the, what do you call them? Soft ones, what do you call them? Peeler crabs. I was like, no Alex, I've seen them fishing with hardbacks in the boat before. And lo and behold, they had that. About 7 or 8 you reckoned. But what a fight. If you haven't watched the video, go back on the S.I.B playlist or the sea fishing playlist and you'll see it was an unbelievable fight. They caught most of it on camera as well, which is rare. Right.
I think we've got what we came for. Look at the bend on that rod. That ain't no dogfish. That'll be a smooth hound. And I think it's a decent one at that.
Well done.
Knew they'd be. I knew they'd be here.
Starting too early.
You know what, I don't fancy a bass today. I think I'll just stick with these guys. What a fight. No, that's the way to catch them. Look at that rod. See if this isn't that smooth, I'll be raging.
Did a bass hit that crab?
Yeah.
There's every chance this could be a bass.
If it's a bass, it's an absolute monster. This is a nice smooth, I think. It must be.
Don't fucking lose it.
Whoa. Maybe it is a bass. Imagine it is a bass. What a fish this is.
Because it wasn't a typical smooth hound run.
It did sort of take off. It's a taupe maybe. It's fantastic, whatever it is.
Be careful when it's near the boat.
I might need you to get that rod in for me. Or, nah, we should be right actually. What is it? What is it?
Colour yet?
Shouldn't be too far away, but what a fight this is. That's a nice smoothie. It's a nice sound.
Oh.
That's a beauty.
Look at that in the water.
Wow.
Right, I'm going to bring that rod in.
Yeah. I'm not, well.
There's nothing you can do about the roof.
Nah,
I'll be back in a minute.
bring that rod in. Well, Who needs your fancy shop bought tiger prawns? Who needs your peeler crab? couple of hardbacks off the beach. Produced that stunning fish. He's not big, he's about what, 5 or 6 pounds? Which is quite good for a smoothhound. We don't seem to get the big double figure fish that they get down sort of Morecambe way, down the sort of Bristol Channel. So that I'm pretty happy with.
Yeah, aye.
And as far as sharks go, I think these are my favourite. Taupe are cool, but these are just stunning, stunning fish.
I suppose you'll be wanting a photo.
Yeah, go on, give us a couple.
But no, 2 years of YouTube. Majority of it's been positive. It's been a good learning curve, it's been a good way of showcasing what Scotland's got to offer, Scotland's scenery. I've always kind of wanted to learn how to edit videos and a bit of a storyteller, I suppose. But no, it's been good. But I'll let Alex talk about what's coming up this year. With the last few months of the year looming towards the end of 2024. I'm just trying to keep myself entertained now because hee-haw, I've not caught nothing yet. But that's been what it's like this year. It's been hard going at times, having to stick it out and think about what we're doing, change what we're doing. You know, don't just stick to plan A. Have a plan B, a plan C. Because I think we're on plan what now. It's no what now. But the highlight, I think, is getting the £3. 2 years getting a £3 on the same day. From an angling 360, from a team perspective, nailing the 2 £3-pounders the other day a couple of weeks ago, was fantastic. That was a good buzz. That was a happier drive home than what we've had of late. And I suppose getting this S.I.B, still finding our feet, finding our way with it, but we're getting there. There's a bite again. I've been rabbiting on long enough. Let's try and catch some fish. Finally a fish. I've got no idea what this could be. Absolutely tore off. What do you think now? It's pollock? God?
No, I don't know.
It's fighting strange, isn't it? Do you have a bloody balloon riff or something? Is that a mackerel? It's a bloody big mackerel.
Jeez.
I've got baited mackerel fellas down the other side. What a mess it's made. If you want a mackerel for eating, that's the ones you want, isn't it?
Finally getting some action on this big bait. It's got dogfish written all over it, to be honest, but we'll have a look. It's a fish. Not a big fish. It's a fish. Thinking dogfish. But that's a rattly dogfish bite. Might actually have come off. I think it's come off. Nah, gone. The bite though. I think it was a doggy. So we didn't really come out equipped for this style of fishing, although it was a plan B. So it's kind of a little bit of a thrown together setup, but it's just a running ledger. 4-inch lead, running the main line, couple of beads, 2-foot snood, a big chunk of mackerel. Definitely a doggy.
Good eating apparently.
Fantastic eating.
Not a couple of guys that made a video of one.
I reckon another video should be coming soon. And this is a mackerel as well. baited feather sitting on the bottom, and all we're picking up is mackerel. Not good. I think they might have called it wrong today. There's more interest on this big bait. It's going to land it this time. Another dogfish-like bite. I think it's there. I'll stand up for a second. Oh, this is not a dogfish.
A big dogfish.
What is this? And it's not faint like a ray either.
Imagine you caught your first ever ling.
Those head shakes are interesting.
Alex has never caught a ling.
Don't think this is a ling either.
Tonga.
No, maybe a big dog.
We're back to dogfish. Wasn't he a dog? Definitely not a dogfish. Now we're back to dogfish.
I think we got a mackerel in yours. I think that's a ray. I think it is a ray. Maybe it's going to kiten up.
That's not kiting up, is it?
It's kind of spinning round in circles. Yeah, it's a ray. So, yep,
You see it?
kind of what
aye.
we're after though. That's what we're hoping for. As a plan B.
Lovely, lovely hook.
Well hooked that, well swallowed that.
Forceps.
Forceps. Well, it's a funny looking ballan wrasse. I did say earlier that we did have this mark in the back of our minds for these little guys, and they get quite big here. You can get them up to double figures. I've had them to double figures in the past, but
Been a while since we've had that.
yeah, it's a while since I've had a ray from here. Nice. So that's salvaged a little bit from today. Didn't think that was a ray to start with. Bouncing a lot of big head shakes, but it was obviously just it beating its wings. This one.
Whilst Alex was bouncing about with that ray, my rod was literally bouncing about. There's anything there now.
Mine is though.
Ah, there's one. Baited mackerel feathers, eh? Lob them there and leave them. As easy as that. You start getting bait.
And I might be a show mackerel under the door.
I'll let you get yours in.
Nothing exciting.
Stay in the riglet. Scenes. That was weird bite. I don't think this is a mackerel. I think that's maybe a dogfish. Or as I prefer to call them, cat sharks. Is it a doggy? Oh dear. Probably the cutest thing I've ever seen. The size of that there. Should be one out this fairly easy. There we go. Getting back. I think this might be a mackerel. Definitely a mackerel. Look at the same variety this place as Loch, has it? It's a mackerel, it's a gudgeon. What the hell, it's like a barracuda. Size of that. Jumbo mackerel. I think we need to try something else.
There's nothing I find personally more frustrating and annoying in fishing than knowing that you've made the wrong call. We've never tried this. We've not tried this in the S.I.B. We've not tried drifting for anything really when fishing baits close to the bottom. So it was a little bit of a trial and error, but you can't help but think that we should have known better. So I'm frustrated, really frustrated at the minute, really annoyed at the minute. It's hot, it's sunny, not quite going to plan. So we have been sitting here just thinking about, and it's now September, so we've been sitting thinking about what's coming next. Change of seasons, change of target and all that sort of thing. And it'll be a little bit more of the same as last winter. Autumn into winter. Cannot wait to get the dead bait rods out again for the pike. My favourite part of winter. But more favourable for me is the grayling. We had a hard winter on the grayling last year because the river conditions just didn't play ball at all.
Speak for yourself.
He done all right on a couple of occasions, but even then the numbers just weren't there. Some nice fish, but we didn't get out as much as we would have hoped. And if this summer's got anything to do with it, when it's taken till September before summer's actually arrived, then this winter might be a little bit challenging as well. But fingers crossed, we'll hold our breath and hope. But winter kind of limits our options. Pike, definitely. Grayling, definitely. Hopefully get the feeder rods back out and try for some winter silvers. And the barbel. But it's not really winter. That's in a couple of weeks' time. Back down to the River Trent. Hopefully do a little bit better than I did last time. Hopefully better than Gordon did as well. It took him to the last half an hour before he caught a fish. But there were some fish. 13-8 and 13-12. But yeah, back in September, river conditions are good. We should have plenty of fish.
Sorry, do you want me to throw a couple of pictures
He'll
up?
throw a couple of pictures up anyway, I'm sure. But as for today, there's not really much to say.
I'm determined I'm getting a ballon earlier.
Nah, we made an arse of this one, I think.
Can't fault of you. I'm not quite sure what this is, but I've come back to try and give the wrasse another go, or a ballon wrasse another go. I'm hoping this is one, because it's on the rag. It's fighting like a ballan. It could be a ballan. It's a cod. Aye, ballan Rasa. This'll be easy, he says. Oh, for setting up the float to try and get her ass. Determined I'm getting her ass. And this bit of rag nearly ripped the rod at the rod rest. Alex is saying pollock. I'm hoping and ballan. Please be a big ballan. Please. Oh, it's come off. Bet it's back through the line. You know what? I'll never fucking know. So after losing that wrasse, Alex has now got a rod out. I've got a crab on the bottom. Reverted to float tactics. Also, we've got 2 hours left. An hour and a half to 2 hours left. Let's see if we can, let me use one of Alex's words here. Let's see if we can winkle out a ballan. I'll take any size bloody ballan right now, to be honest.
I have never been more relieved to see a miniature ballan wrasse in my life. Where's the sun?
Behind you.
You're not going to see him very well, but to be honest, it's nothing that special. That's a ballan wrasse. Felt initially quite good.
Oh Christ, here we go.
Still feels alright. Don't know if it's a ballan or not.
Let's watch my line there.
Not huge, whatever it is, but
It was huge to begin with.
it's a cod. I know. Oh, that's a ballan. That's a ballan.
Nice one.
Slightly bigger than the last one.
A nice 40.
At least we know they're there.
Just took us all day to realise.
We were trying to fish. We were trying to fish in areas where, right, trying to fish in areas where we couldn't reach from the shore. We're back fishing the exact area that we would normally fish. But Gordon's got an interesting bite there. That's a thornback ray. That's a baby thornback, that's it.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could tell with the bite there.
Catching these for fun today. I'll let you get back fishing, because my rod's going to be in your rod. No, thought that was a a big wrasse, but it's a no bad sized pollock. For here anyway. Still determined to get that big ballan. Wee pollock. So the plan was originally, when we started off this session, it was to be ballan wrasse, ballan wrasse, ballan wrasse. But I don't mind admitting, this S.I.B game, anchoring up, drifts, it's on you to me. Still learning, Alex is learning as well. We're no by any way trying to be smart asses or know-it-alls, any stretch of the imagination. And today proved that. We found it really, really difficult to control Alex's big bites on his rod there. So we opted for plan B after a few hours of trying. And we anchored up, we managed to get some mackerel. Alex got a nice ray. So we've caught fish. But like the perch, no. Perch are 10 a penny. But big perch are hard to find. And big ballan wrasse, you need to be in the right place at the right time. Similar to the perch. So we've came back to a mark that we would normally fish from the bank. And we're now casting towards the bank. I'm still confident the crabs will produce the big fish. That's my daft thinking anyway. Alex has been catching smaller ones on the rag. I just hope we're running out of time. We can get, all we need is one, and it'll be a mission accomplished. It's been a tough day. It's ended better than it started. But Alex spins in. Look at that view. I'm not a great one in saying that's just good to be it, but that is one stunning view. I didn't come out to see the view, I came out to catch a big ballan wrasse, which I can't do. I haven't even caught a wrasse today. He's nearly had the Grand Slam. Just needs a rock hook now. he would have nailed it. But hopefully, never give up. Never give up. This is on the crab on the bottom. It's not fighting like a ballan. Better not be a cod.
Codlin. I'm calling cod.
Alex is calling cod. He's been right so far today. Oh, be a half decent ballan. What the hell is that? Cod. Is that dinner size cod? No. Never are they? Too much pressure. Well, last chance saloon, as they say. Do you know, we counted up there, but we've accidentally caught 10 species. Even normally we could try and do a species hunt, change hook sizes, change tactics and stuff like that. But there you go, 10 different species. Alex has actually put his big heavy rod down with a big mackerel tail on it in the hope of a ling or a cod, a conger, sorry, just to try and round off, which has turned out to be quite a bad day. I know Grumpy arse there was all annoyed with the plans and they'll no going to plan, but there's fishing in it. But fingers louting, man, a crab got is a beauty. I'm still persevering with these crabs. But the next trip for us, I say us, we'll angling 360 is Holland. So hopefully we'll be able to put a zander getting caught on the channel and some pretty substantial perch. But we'll see. That's next week. But I think we'll just fish out the last 20 minutes, get in before it's dark, and then get this boat packed away and up the road. I think we're going to make that chippy away. Crappy co-op sandwiches and a can of juice. Oh, thanks for watching. Sorry, it wasn't the spectacular video that we hoped it would be, but however, that's fishing, as I say. Well, it's Alex's favourite time of the year. The pike rods are back out. And I do believe this is season 3 of S.I.B Diaries. Now, like every pike angler, we all want that trophy fish, which just seems to elude me. Alex has managed to get the 25 pound plus pike which this series was all about, but I've still not got one. So, here we are, trying again. We are fishing alleged floats. We are on a newish water for us. We've only been here half an hour with a couple of indications, no runs yet. Floats bobbed up a couple of times. So excuse the swivelling head, but I'm keeping an eye on all the floats. But as the video progresses, we talk through our setup, hopefully pick up a few fish, and hopefully on day 1 I can get a decent fish. I think I've caught every pound of pike up until 19. So fingers crossed this year, or this winter.
So, first run of the day. I think it's off with it. Yep. Ha! Get right towards the boat there. But hey, it's a fish. It's a reasonably good fish as well. Struck into fresh air though. It's right down there. Oh well, next time.
Well, first one for me. Don't drop that again, has it?
Oh, it's still away.
Oh, must be sitting right there.
Okay.
Doesn't feel too shabby. In fact, it doesn't. Just nice to have a fish on it. Not too bad.
Not a bad fish.
I'm going to turn my nose up at that. I do believe that was on the herring tail. One thing about these fish on this venue is the fight. That's one thing I did notice the last time I was here. I shall try. Get that now this side of me.
Anchor rope, watch the anchor rope.
A doubler.
Oh.
Oh. Jesus Christ. No, didn't like that, did it? First one in the net. Doubler. Right, let's get it dealt with. Well, not a bad start. £17.04. 103 centimetres, but very, very lean. Got a couple of wee 40 strips out, we'll get the straight back.
Hold his tail up.
All good.
Right up.
Right, I've got previous for putting my finger in the mouth for doing this. I like to try and be careful, Gordon. Alex, could you slip that net out? Hold up, right. I just kicked that fair, my hands are frozen. Well, it's not a bad start for the first hour. Well, this was a few hours in, just the one fish for our efforts. We are fishing 4 rods. Got a kind of selection of bait, sardines, herrings and mackerel. I've been fishing that fish I got there, took a herring tail. So needless to say, a herring tail went straight back out. So just thought I'd recap. It's been a kind of quiet month in terms of putting videos up. Just life, been busy, work. But we did manage to get to Holland, Jamie and myself. I'll not go into too much details. The Holland video will not be made public, unfortunately. Various reasons. As I say, we'll get into that too much, just out of respect. But we did get, I did get the zander that I'd went for. Managed to get a few nice zander. The good thing was they started off small and progressively get bigger, and then I ended on a double, which I was convinced I was snagged when we got into it, and the guide had said, oh, that's a zander, and he was right. Great fighting fish, really powerful. Bit of float action going on. That's just the wind in it. No. Sure that's more a wind?
No, I think that's a fish. No, it's definitely a fish. Wasn't he missing that one? Not doing much. Because he's only a baby, that's why. Here, it's a pike. And the way my history's been last year, I will take it.
That's right beside you.
I'm going to try and just lift him in, I think.
You're going to try?
I'm going to try. There's a flying treble, so I don't want to get caught up in the net. So we'll see what we can do. There's he hooked. Made that easy for me there, didn't he? So, blanks off. Easy, easy tiger. He's all the wee. It's lively. Decent.
Well, now, Alex.
He's in nice condition though. I love the look of the little fish. He's gorgeous. He's keen to get back though, so let's get him back. No need to weigh this little guy. He's off. He's not hanging about. Right. Sorry for the interruption, Gordon, but
Aye, so the big zander that we managed to get went just over the £10 mark, and what a beautiful, absolute stunning fish. My favourite photograph of that trip was actually the smaller zander. It was just a beautiful photograph. Surprisingly, there's a fish that I've got to admit, I kind of fell in love with it. It reminded me of that touch, smell, feel of bream, but it certainly didn't fight like a bream. The asp. Now, I'd only heard about it maybe a few days before, but Jesus, Johnny Macaroni, man, what a fight. The fish itself, they're not known to be predatory, but the big ones do take a shine to a lure, and wow, stunning big fish. Stink, slimy like a bream, but nothing like a bream in terms of the fight. Now, you don't go to Holland and don't obviously hope for a big perch. We went early in the season, middle of September, my birthday treat, 46 years young, and 46 being the size of the perch, £4.6. That actually just came to my mind there. Got a £4.2 and then a £4.6. Jamie, he managed to trump it. He got a 4.11 on the, what they called again? Carolina rigs, is that right? The big crawfish lures. Soft plastic, excuse me. So aye, the Holland trip was very much a success. We've booked back up for February next year in November. It was brilliant. The whole trip was brilliant, I've got to admit. Highlight of the year. And to catch the fish that we kind of went for was an added bonus. We've also been on the Pass lure event. Managed to get a few pike on there. Several rainbow trout. The rainbow trout took a liking to our pike lures that day. I got one around about the £17-18 mark, which was a nice fish. Alex got a few himself, nowhere near that size, but what else? Obviously the barbel trip, but in terms of filming these videos, it is nice to take a break. It is nice to just come and go about your fishing. It is joyful, obviously documenting it, recording it, editing it, all the rest of it. Do still enjoy that. But so that float was doing funny things there. But the fly fishing is something didn't really get into this year either. Half-arsed it on the pike with the fly and the trout, to be honest. But after the trout showing a very keen interest in our pike lures, Ross and I went back the following week and targeted the trout on the fly rod, and it was brilliant. Learnt the old roly-poly technique, got a few nice £5 plus rainbows. So I've been fishing every weekend, not been filming as much. Got a lot of editing to do from the barbel trip, which should be up now on the channel for you to view. So that's a kind of wee rundown on what's been happening. And if you have been watching and you have been liking, commenting, it's been brilliant. The feedback's been brilliant overall. Thanks very much for watching. So all we need now is that red letter day on the Pike because we had a damn fine red letter day on the barbel. Still recovering for that. Oh dear. Ah, but it's been good.
So as Gordon mentioned earlier on, float ledgering, that's the tactics today. So just, if you're unfamiliar with the concept of float ledgering, I'll run through the basics. Now, say on my main line, I've got a couple of little float stops. I like to put two together because it just gives them a little bit more purchase on the line that stops them slipping. And that's set at the depth that I want to be fishing. We're fishing in about, what's it saying there, 9.8 feet, so call it 10 feet. So I've set this to 11 feet, thereabouts. We're fishing just over depth. 11 feet plus the length of the trace, because the trace will be lying flat on the floor. Means we're fishing about 18 to 2 feet, 18 inches to 2 feet over depth. And then the business end, that's your float ledger setup. So I like these floats. Gordon's got nice little fancy handmade ones. I think these cost £2. They're made of polystyrene and they've got a tube runs through the middle. But I think they're really buoyant and they're really visible, especially when there's a bit of a chop in the water like this. And above that, I've got, again, nice visible bead. I like it to be quite visible so you can actually see when the float makes contact with the float stops or the stop knot or whatever it is you want to use. Below that, this is where it gets a little bit, not complicated, but there's a few sort of bits and pieces to this rig. So 2 ounces is probably ideal, 2 or 3 ounces for float ledgering. Don't want to go too heavy, but you definitely don't want to go too light. You want that to pin your bait on the bottom. A bead either side, and then a snap swivel connecting your main line to 18 inch, well it's probably about 20 inch wire trace with a couple of trebles on the end, baited up, lobbed out. The float sits flat, so unlike sort of conventional float fishing where the float will sit like that in the water, fish pulls it, float goes under, it will sit flat because we're fishing slightly over depth. And all you're looking, I mean, you've seen it in my fish earlier on, you've seen that float cock up slightly. It might just move across the surface and it might just disappear completely. But yeah, having it sitting flat is the way to go. Simple stuff.
So what's the one change you've made for the last few years?
The one change, I have made a change. Eventually got kind of caught up with the trend and I've changed from mono. I've always fished mono just because I was used to it and I was comfortable with it, but I've made the change this winter to braid. I've been fishing braid on my lure rods, I've been fishing braid on my feeder rods, and with the feeder rod in particular it's brilliant, so I thought we'll upgrade to £60 braid. Gordon again mentioned earlier the baits. This is great. I think Gordon has mentioned it in the past, but having a proper effective cool bag for baits is invaluable. I mean, before we've been guilty of putting them in a carrier bag, and you don't want to bring too much bait, but you don't want to bring too little because there's nothing worse than running out of bait. So having the bag, the cool bag that keeps your baits frozen, and this is brilliant, it does keep them frozen all day. There's no risk of bringing too much bait and the bait spoiling. So yeah, definitely recommend that, a decent cool bag. Right, that came on a mackerel, so that's what's going back on. I mean, they're absolutely solid. They've been in the car for probably about 2.5 hours. They've been out here, and it's not cold today. They've been out here for about 2 hours as well, and they're still absolutely solid. And they should be solid by the time we go home.
Right, you open up another bag before finishing another one?
No, they were finished last one.
Oh, did you?
Aye.
Alex is bad for opening up new bags of bait.
You calm down. So Joey mackerel, age-old pike bait. There's loads of fancy baits out there, but you cannot beat an old Joey. Right in the tail root, as close into that tail root as you possibly can. I've said it before, but avoid putting the hook through the wrist of the tail, because you'll just break the actual spine, you'll break the vertebrae, and it just softens your bait up a little bit. But right in that flat tail root there, it's quite hard to get the hook through. but once you get it through, it's pretty solid. So yeah, right in the end. Tail root and flank. Make sure that line's tight along the fish body. And I'm going to take the head off of that, because it's just a little bit big for the trace. And we're away. Now normally the head would go in the water, but I've been told I've not to do that. We've not to feed the fish. We want them to take a bait with a hook in it. What do you think about that? I don't know. There's all this chat about ground baiting and free baiting for pike. Not sure about it. So after every fish or every move, it's quite important to make sure that stop knot or that float stop is in the right position. So what I've done is just drop that down side of the boat. I'm a little bit too over depth there, so my float stop's up here, so that's about 4 feet over depth. I don't want that. So I'll take that up a bit. That looks better. You always need to adjust that. Now we don't need to put this out too far. That lob. Let that weight sink to the bottom. Float lies on its side. Bait runner goes on. And we're fishing. Dead baiting for pike, it really isn't complicated. Keep it simple. We'll have another run. We're off.
You missed it?
Missed it. Leaving my bait. Go away.
I just repositioned that float. And away it's went. There's a lot of fish showing under the boat, so I brought it closer to the boat. That's another nice fish.
That's a reasonable fish, isn't it?
Take that. Every time I start munching my grapes. That looks rather dodgily hooked. I think I might need your help with this one, Alex. Definitely a double. I don't think we'll weigh it, but there we go. Certainly a nicer fish than that last one. Right. Don't think he's going to hang about. But, well, about 12 or something.
Better conditioned fish.
A lot nicer looking fish than that last one I had. I think I'll be fishing closer to the boat, because certainly a lot of fish were coming up, sitting and just passing under the boat. So I brought it closer in, got her in. So we'll do that again. slimy. It's the first run we've had in a couple of hours. That felt heavy. Fuck off, man.
Don't miss this one.
That looks awfully trouty to me. That's dropped on it. He might come back. I think he's got that, hasn't he? That Bobby. Go past the oh. Get the line up and over the gate. There we go. Straight back. Quite a nice swim into my hooks there. Wonder if that was the same fish that I'm cutting about there. So what's that? 4 fish, 9, 10 runs. Wee bit of a lull there for about 2 hours. That's been 2 runs in quick succession, so we've brought the baits closer in as well. I think we were contemplating a move, I don't know if we will, but all the other boats have seemed to have that seems to be the area anyway, so we'll maybe just stick it out, I think. Need another bait on that. Anchor rope. Doesn't feel too bad. Still don't know if I trust this reel. Just doesn't feel too shabby at all. Just love another 20. Just one more 20. Oh. Oh.
That moved some out of water there. I didn't see it. Did you see the fish?
Aye.
Was it good?
Doesn't look too bad at all, mate. I'm not saying nothing. Oh. Who's a favourite when I pulled anchors in?
Oh.
Oh no, didn't like that. Oh, come on. It's another lean fish, isn't it? Well near 20 though.
Near 20.
Oh, it's not the big fish I hoped it was, but it's still a nice mid-double. There we go. the flutter. About £15.
Oh.
Aye, he's hanging about. Oh, made an absolute mess of the net, so I'm going to get that dealt. Excuse me. I think we'll just stay. Alex just missed a run there as well.
Pretty nice now that sun's out. The wind got up a fair bit earlier on, but it's quite pleasant now, quite warm. The fishing sucks. Well, it sucks for me anyway. But hey, I'm used to that now. I said this winter's getting off to the same start as last winter for me. He's already had more doubles in the last 3 sessions than he's had all last winter, I think. Possibly. I just can't hook fish. It's not for the lack of runs. I've had about 6 runs today. I only managed to hook one of them. It happened to be the smallest of the day. But it was nice to see Gordon's fish. Well, at least I need to say that on camera anyway, it was nice to see it.
You couldn't have been any less convincing there.
17, 4, 17 and 15. They're like snakes though. They're really, really lean fish. If they had a bit of chunk about them, they'd easily be touching that £20 mark, but very lean fish. I'm running out of time. A couple hours left. 1 jack to my name. To his 4 have you had? Yeah, 4. 3 doubles. But yeah, that's just me and pike fishing. That's just the way it is now. I've just accepted it.
I was just having a spot of lunch. I've got another run. Oh, it's come off. Oh, you bastard. Whilst I've got this out, as Alex was saying earlier, set up exactly the same way. The only difference being is, what do you call that?
Stop knot.
Stop knot. I know it's a stop knot, but what do you call the material again? It's like a
Power gum.
power gum. I use that on the braid, and then anyone that knows so what I was saying is, anyone that knows Voodoo Tracy's, he shares Mark Houghton's handmade floats on his page. And that's what that is. That's one of the handmade. I think they're very nice, very sexy. And it's just exactly the same as what Alex has done. Couple of beads, buffer bead. That's a 2.5 ounce lead. Strong swivel, Voodoo Trace. Couple of size 6 Berkeley hooks. The only thing missing for that's a bait. I've been having a great day. 3 doubles. I think it's his bad karma about pike fishing that's affecting him. I'm a great believer in Mr. Word I'm looking for. I'm quite superstitious. I'll wear the same boxers and socks and things like that if I've had a good session the time before, or the same hat, things like that. He's no. I think that's where he's gone wrong. Going to go and get myself another bait. I think we've got another run on that big meaty mackerel. Come on, I'll double. So frustrating. No, it's half as frustrating for him. But it is for him, but... Another one there. Just keep dragging it slowly. I think that's got that in it. Oh, fuck off.
Well, there we go. Just about the end of Season 3, Episode 1 of ASOC's Diaries, that hunt for a Leviathan. And it's pretty much been as frustrating as ever for me. I've been watching him catch fish all day. I've been watching other boats round about catch fish all day. And I've struggled. Don't know what I'm doing wrong. But a decent start. I'm struggling to say this. I'm struggling to say it, but it is a decent start compared to how tough last year was. Last year was brutal. This was brutal, but he done all right. 3 doubles, and the biggest going 17.4. No, 17.4 is bigger than anything that we managed last winter. So we're off to a decent start if we're counting it as a sort of team effort. Which it is, I suppose. I would like some fish though, I really would. But I've got a feeling it's going to need to wait till next time for me. We've got about 15 minutes left. I'm not holding out much hope. But yeah, it's only middle October and we've got all winter. Great. So aye, we'll see you next time. Hopefully with me and a fish. But don't hold your breath. Well, maybe it's... Oh, has it dropped it? Nope, still there. Maybe it's not over. Or has it dropped it? What is going on?